A Florida art teacher has been fired after hanging a black baby doll in front of students during class. The incident happened at Barrington Middle School in Florida. According to videos recorded by students, the teacher used a charger cord to wrap around the neck of a black baby doll and hung it over a television inside the classroom while students watched. Students immediately reacted and questioned the teacher about her actions. According to a parent who later shared details of the incident online, the teacher laughed and said she did it to get their attention. Many students said they felt shocked, uncomfortable, and disturbed by what happened. Parents said the incident deeply affected students from different racial and cultural backgrounds. Several students reportedly gathered video evidence and wrote official statements to school administrators after the class. The situation quickly spread on social media after a parent posted about the incident on Facebook. In the post, the parent said the teacher's actions were unacceptable. School officials later confirmed that an investigation had been launched and the school had decided to dismiss the teacher. The teacher was identified by parents as Karen Savage, an art teacher at the school. Some parents and community members also called for law enforcement to review the incident, saying the matter should be taken seriously. What do you think?
Oh my God. She got it. She got it.
Hello my beautiful and amazing people, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for the love and the support that you're showing me. I really do appreciate it. Well, imagine being a 63-year-old teacher, and with all those years, instead of you being somebody who's reasonable, the kids that you are teaching are the ones who are being reasonable on your behalf, simply because you're a Karen and a Caucasian. So this teacher thought that it is okay for her to try cut the students' attention by lynching a black doll, using cords and throwing it over the TV that was in class. Well, what do the American people think about this? Let's watch these videos I have compiled for us, and then after that, I'm going to give my point of view. And credit belongs to the original creators of the videos that I have used. Stay tuned, my people.
A Hillsborough County middle school teacher has been removed from the classroom after she hung a black baby doll from a TV. So in the video, you just see this TV up in a high corner, and then the teacher took the cord from the TV, wrapped it around the baby doll's neck, and then threw the doll over the top of the TV so that it was then just hanging kind of behind the TV. It is so disturbing and so bizarre. The video is on our Facebook page at Ryan Gorman Show.
It's like a lynching.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. So here's some of what the 14-year-old student who took the video told 10 Tampa Bay.
She took the charger cord and wrapped it around the baby's neck and tied it. Everybody started telling her it was wrong and racist. I hope that she's not allowed to teach again.
And then here's what his mom had to say.
I'm still in shock. That's something I didn't expect my children in 2026 to ever have to deal with, seeing a lynching, whether it was real or fake.
Yes, so the teacher is 63-year-old Karen Savage. Barrington Middle School is where this happened. She has been removed, and Hillsborough County Superintendent Van Ayers released a statement saying, I am aware of an inappropriate and highly offensive display that took place in a classroom yesterday. The content is unacceptable, does not reflect the values of our school community, and will not be tolerated. As soon as school administrators were made aware, they took immediate action and referred the matter to the district's Office of Professional Standards, and that the staff member has been removed from the school.
Yeah, we don't know whether or not she was fired. We know that she's been removed from the school, and we don't know why she did this.
Yeah, I was reading the story, watching the story from 10 Tampa Bay, and I'm like, what was her point?
Yeah,
what was she
compel her
trying to do? And so far, no explanation at all. And the kids in the classroom were just like, what is going on?
Yeah, and that student, I guess, documented the display, took video and photos because he wanted proof that it actually happened. I'm glad that student did that.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the school systems for a second, because in the United States, they are fucked. Literally, royally fucked, okay? Because did nobody else see the teacher hanging the black baby doll from the TV in her classroom in front of all of her students, and nobody's outraged? We had another school where one of the teachers was literally hitting on the student, talking about how hot she is, and they didn't fire him. Okay, and then you had another teacher, which I posted about her, and she literally was talking about unaliving one of her students, and was appalled, and everybody was in the comments appalled that people were like seeing her text messages or Snapchats or whatever and was like, oh, we just don't have privacy anymore. She's literally talking about unaliving a student and you're worried about her privacy? The fuck? Okay. And then I have 2 biracial sons, right? Both of them are under 10. The youngest one, he's 8, and he went to school, and he was told by his teacher that his hair was curly like ramen noodles. Excuse me, what? You said what about my son? Keep in mind, this is an all-white school pretty much. I think I literally have maybe a handful of mixed kids or kids of other races in the school. But you're going to tell my son, out of everybody in the classroom, that he has hair curly like ramen noodles. And then she tried to defend it. The school tried to defend it. Excuse me, don't talk about my son. Don't talk about my son's hair. Just keep your little opinions to yourself. And then my other son, who's about to turn 10, he's in class, and there's a little white girl and a little white boy sitting there taking little brown and black markers going, oh, this is your mom, this is your dad, this is your grandma, blah, 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 and talk about little monkeys and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I was looking up those kids' moms on Facebook. They got lucky. I couldn't find them. But y'all need to raise your kids better, right? And then today, we did our little award ceremony for my son. It was the 8-year-old's little award ceremony today. And afterwards, they were like, okay, well, you can take your kids home early if you want, or they can stay at school. Literally a flashback, because the Uvalde shooting that happened a couple years ago literally happened on award ceremony. And one of the moms said, I could have took my child home, and I chose to let them stay at school. Her child did not get to come back home that day. And so today I was like, well, that is triggering, because I don't want to be in that situation, because you just never fucking know. These school systems are fucked. Our country is fucked. Like, we can't even send kids to school and be safe from racism. We can't send them safe to school from guns. We can't send them to be safe against fucking PDFs. What the fuck? Okay? What the fuck? And then you want to sit there and tell teachers, no, you get paid way too much. We're going to make sure we give you the bare fucking minimum to be our child's, like, security guard and everything fucking else, and bulletproof vest. Sacrifice your life if there is a gunman that comes into the school, because God forbid we actually do something about guns instead, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, no, not feeling it. Just, that's my little rant today, because I'm just like, all kinds of feels today about the school systems. Oh, and yeah, forgot to mention the whole Trump thing where he gutted, you know, a lot of the school's funding, but yeah, whatever.
A Florida teacher has been fired after she was caught on video hanging a black baby doll with a cord around its neck in a classroom filled with students. Take a look at this.
Oh my god. She got it. She got it.
Her name is Karen Savage, and thankfully she's been fired from her position as an art teacher at Barrington Middle School. She's 63 years old and thought it was a good idea to wrap a phone charging cable around the neck of a black baby doll and suspend it from a classroom television monitor. Another video shows her throwing the doll into the trash shortly after. According to students in the multicultural classroom, when they questioned her and told her that was wrong and racist, she just laughed it off and claimed that she did it as a joke and as a classroom management tool to get their attention. And to make things even worse, after class, she followed the 14-year-old student who recorded the whole thing to the student affairs office, tried to talk over him, and even tried to prevent him from reporting the incident to school administrators. But again, thankfully she's been fired from her job, and right now the Florida Department of Education's Office of Professional Practice Services is determining whether or not to permanently revoke her Florida teaching certificate. Obviously, they should.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying up to this moment. Well, this teacher thought that it is okay for her to come out and just lynch a black doll in front of students that she teaches. And apparently, as you all can see, a lot of people did not appreciate this, because this is not how you're supposed to be doing. You've been in this profession for a very long time, and now it raises the question, what have you been teaching these kids? What have these students been learning from you? And I also have the question that is If these students weren't recording anything, could you really have taken responsibility if they decided to report you? Because when you were reported, what you did was go ahead and report the kid who was recording, and you thought that it is okay for you to do that. When is this racism going to stop? Because this is pure racism. And the fact that you're coming in your defense saying that you weren't doing anything serious but just trying to catch their attention. Trying to catch their attention by hanging a black doll in front of students, kids. I really love the way these kids came out and said, no, this is not how it is going to be done, and this is not how it is done, because it means that wherever they're coming from, they have been taught right. This class is this class has other racial kids, white, brown, black, and all that, and they all said that no, this is not right. Meaning that these kids are coming from families where they're not supporting racism anymore. We are in 2026. What do you mean you're losing your job simply because you're a racist? You can do better than this. 63 years old is a lot of years for you to be being called out by your students simply because you have tried teaching them something. That is way beyond even thinking of. Those are things that used to happen a very long time ago. And the fact that you actually thought that it is going to be funny and you laughed about it, it is actually concerning. Well, I understand that she was investigated and lost her job. She was taken from the school, investigated, and she lost her job. But I feel like just losing her job is not enough. She should not be practicing teaching anymore. Everything she has to do with teaching should be revoked. Because this is not what we're going to teach our kids. They are trying to be better citizens. They are trying to be better people, and the people like you, white supremacists, are the ones who are going to make it worse for these kids, because the more they try to be better people, and people like you are teaching such stuff in schools, then it means that there is no progress. The country is really trying to make progressive moves, but instead of moving forward, some people are just dragging people behind. The people who are supposed to be calling out the people who are doing something wrong are the same people who are doing the wrong things themselves. Because this teacher is the one who's supposed to be teaching kids how to not be racist. But he's the one who's trying to be racist here, and the kids now have to call her out. It is so crazy. I love the way she faced this backlash. I love the way people called her out. I love the way these students came out and said, no, this is not going to be done. I mean, we are in 2026 and this should not be happening. I don't know what you think about all this. You can let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And if you're new here, can you remember to hit the subscribe button? Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. And until next time, it's goodbye, my beautiful people.